Welcome, I'm TAMKO and you are listening to African Action Heroes, the podcast, the online community developed by and for creatives and changemakers of African descent to facilitate promotion, collaboration, and empowerment. Thanks for joining us. If this is your first time, hear what you can expect. An open-hearted conversation with creatives and changemakers of African descent, sharing their journey, useful tips and insights to help you to be at your very best while creating content and stories about us through our own narrative. Also, it will be a great opportunity to discover and connect with incredible and inspiring rising stars looking like you. Hello, how are you?
Hi, man. I'm good, thanks.
Yeah, good to see you, finally.
I was looking forward to this.
Yeah.
Wow. First time I'm being interviewed like this.
Ah, really?
It's really great.
Yeah, for sure. But thank you so much for taking the time. I know you're busy and everything.
No problem, man.
Yeah, and
It's a pleasure.
yeah, I saw your work. That's like mind blowing.
Thanks, man. Really appreciate it.
Yeah. Okay, hold on just a moment.
That's great. I really appreciate what you're doing, like interviewing Black artists, actors, and I think this is really important,
Definitely. That's and the thing is, it's because me when I saw your Instagram account like the first time, I think that was hold on a moment. Yeah, I saw it was kind of mask coming from out from the water.
Yeah. So actually, this is a test shot for a short film. I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
I'm trying to finish actually. But yeah, I think the page Lubiamancy like republished it at some point. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's probably where I saw it, and I was like, wow.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, because we don't see much like work in CG especially, because I like to do to work with Cinema 4D. I'm trying to learn Houdini as well. It's kind of
and it's tricky, right?
Yeah. It's more now. Right now, it's more a question of time because it's because I'm working and on different things, and so it's kind of difficult to learn because you have to do that every day basically to.
Yeah, no, I completely understand, man. Personally, it took me like at least 1 year and a half to get comfortable with it. With a kind of not daily practice, but it's really not that easy.
Yeah.
So completely understand.
Yeah.
So you're doing a little bit of CG too?
Yeah. I do some CG stuff, and
that's cool.
Because but me mainly right now I'm doing like more like a communication related work, so like communication director. But in my work, I use also CG to tell the stories or to tell the value of my clients, and but before that I had communication agency, but more focused on Japanese businesses, and so I started there. I started to use little by little more CG or After Effects to tell stuff, but most of the time now it's more for personal project that I'm doing that.
Okay. So you're doing your little stuff on the side.
Yeah.
That's really cool, man. But I'm really personal project oriented too.
Yeah.
So to present myself a bit, I'm a VFX artist, currently working in the UK and in the VFX industry. So currently I'm freelancing, but it's been like 3 years I've been working, and I've done a few big studios, and now I have this project in my head that I would like to finish, basically. Because it's easy to start, but harder to finish. You
Yeah,
know what I'm talking about.
yeah. But it's I think it takes times, but it's important that you do it right. And even if like
Mhm.
it can take like years to finish, I think it's worth it,
Yeah,
definitely. Because
yeah, definitely.
because I interviewed film director and CGR
So,
VFX artist.
yep,
Yeah, and Adrian Bob, probably you saw that, and
yeah,
it took him like 3 years to finish his short film, and
yeah,
he was
yeah.
working every day on it. While he
That's,
was working in the company, he was teaching as well, like arts,
yeah,
and he went back home and he was working on his project and for like 3 years, and
yeah.
the result was great. Yeah,
Yeah, I saw the images. Really great work, really
yeah.
high quality.
hmm And even when you see it on a huge screen, because I saw it like on computer, but
Mhm.
after I saw that on during a festival, and you can see all the details, and that
Yeah.
was amazing. I was like, oh my god, I rediscovered this piece.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Now I get what you mean. And it's frustrating sometimes when you consume, like with the lockdown, all the theaters
yeah,
were closed, and
yeah.
I miss like cinema so much.
Ah, I
Um,
see. So you're a VFX artist. How do you define yourself?
yeah, oh yeah, okay. I said I'm VFX artist. I don't like so much this title.
Mm-hmm.
I see myself more like a creative,
Okay,
because you know nowadays we love putting people into boxes. Really,
exactly.
like
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan. I like calling myself more like maybe creative director,
Mm-hmm.
if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I like serving a story a bit like you said, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and it turns out like VFX is the tools I'm the more comfortable with, but
Mm-hmm.
I can, you know, shoot, do like photo montage
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Okay. Okay.
everything. So
Yeah.
yeah,
That's
I'm more
cool.
like an experimental profile,
Journey. Yeah.
let's say.
Now, because when I see your hold on, I'm gonna bring that up. Yeah. When I see your Instagram page, I was like, we can see like you work on the like different like VFX company. You're doing on your own projects, and
Yeah.
you're doing a lot of. And what I like actually is like you showing the process of what you're doing.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
that people probably like me who like VFX would like to learn and would like to see how things are done. It's really interesting actually to
Yeah.
see like
Uh, I,
the kind
yeah.
of
Okay.
breakdown. Yeah,
Yeah.
the
I'm
VFX.
trying to see because you know, like social media have that can have that bad effect. At least it had on me before, where
Mm-hmm.
you only want to put like finished stuff.
Yeah,
And yeah, I have the other account that you probably saw where I needed to put like create another account where I say, okay, this is like a sandbox. No
mm-hmm.
matter if it's finished or not, I just publish it.
Yeah,
And otherwise, I can't publish. You know, it's like being perfectionist.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and yeah,
Okay,
that's cool.
that's so cool. Oh, sorry. Did you introduce yourself at the beginning?
A little bit, very
Yeah,
briefly, but I
but
can go deeper.
you name. How should we call you?
Yes, so I have like 20 days, people.
Yeah, I'm pretty much the
Uh,
same. Yeah,
okay, cool. I feel better. Now I have
yeah.
some friends that get angry about this. So my real name, I mean, on my passport is Baptiste.
Okay,
Um, so I'm French,
okay, yeah,
and
okay. That's cool. Yeah,
and yeah
me.
the name on my Instagram is Will because I'm come from Madagascar,
Okay,
and it's my a nickname from my Malgache name, which is
oh,
Wildor Besoa. So it's
okay,
like the short version that I'm
okay.
trying to appropriate again.
Yeah.
And
So you want us to call you Wildor?
Will be perfect.
Will? Okay, let's go with
Yeah.
Will. So, yeah. By the way, me too. I'm French.
I knew it.
Yeah, you can hear the
So,
accent, right? And
yeah.
yeah, but for the audience, it would be
Yeah,
like
no problem.
easier to speak in English. African Action Hero, as you probably know, that it's a platform. The website is a directory where we put like different creative and change maker of African descent. And after this interview, I'm gonna put you in. And
Wow, thanks.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
great.
But the real idea is that people go themselves on the website and do everything. But the people I interview, I'm gonna put them to start
Yeah.
building up the directory
All right,
and
that's great.
hopefully.
I'm more than happy to support you on this.
The reason why I wanted to talk to you is like when I saw your work, it was completely aligned with the mission of African Action Heroes, and I mean that to put to bring like African culture on the map through, especially through CG, because in CG there is no many like CG artists and not many CG content.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely. I'm more than happy to talk about this. Actually, it's
yeah.
really a big topic to me.
Yeah.
uh,
So
but yeah,
yeah, let's jump into it. So in that case, let's talk about the CG and representation.
yes. So can I go into my story deeper because
Go.
that's like in line?
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
go.
Go.
Okay. So first of all, yeah, I'm born. I was born in Madagascar, like in
Okay.
1992. So I'm like 28 now,
Okay.
and I got adopted in a French family,
Okay.
and I was the only black. I am the only black kid in a
In
white
the
family.
yeah,
I'd say.
yeah.
And why I'm saying this is like I was lacking representation a lot being a kid,
Mm-hmm.
maybe even more than I don't know black kids in black families, let's
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
But you know, it's really like a big goal to me now to work on this. I mean, representation in entertainment, basically.
Yeah.
So that being said, now I'm working in the industry. Even now, you know, after 3 years, I've only crossed the path of, let's say, 3 or 4 black CG artists
Yeah.
in the professional industry.
Yeah.
So we're really scattered, you know, everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I asked myself the question, why is there so few of us black artists out there?
Mm-hmm.
And well, let's say to me, there's a lot of reason to this,
Mm-hmm.
but there's a big one too. Is how do you say that? Like maybe it's not that obvious for black kids to see themselves in that kind of career.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they tell themselves it's too complicated or out of reach or too expensive. It is expensive, but
Yeah.
maybe not more than other things, you know. And so like I have a big project on the side where I would like to go back to go to Africa and try to maybe build a studio, school studio where I try to share what I know and try to motivate like young people to get into CGI, VFX, animation, and yeah. So that's where I'm currently now.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Wow.
and on the side, yeah, working on that short film that take just to finish, but I'm getting there.
Yeah.
Where that I have that black female character, black strong female character.
Yeah.
It's taking place in Burkina Faso, and she's trying to get to know who she is, basically like me, and yeah, so that's the big side project I'm working on right now.
Wow.
And that's where the mask comes from.
Yeah.
Like
Okay, yeah, that's project. Yeah, that's really a super inspiring story, and wow, I'm blown away right now. Yeah, I'm
Thank you,
really
man.
blown away, and wow. No, seriously, I feel like I I have a special skills to pick people for those interviews because so far so far
Yeah, but
seriously
the,
I just like I'm talking to people who are like so committed to bring a change in terms of representation and to
Mhm.
yeah and to
Yeah.
like who have like a life mission. It's the life mission to do that. And yeah, I'm so happy to hear what you said. And yeah, and for to come back to what you were saying about
Mhm.
the barrier to like people of African descent like working in those industry, that's clear that there is like many reasons. And I talked I had an interview before with Leo Bovo, who is Emmy Awards nominated VFX supervisor. And
Mhm.
in the interview I had with him, he was saying that at a certain point, he was the only VFX supervisor of African descent in North America. I don't know.
Serious? Wow.
Yeah,
But I'm really, unfortunately, not that surprised, you know.
yeah,
When you say like, yeah, the truth is it's a white man world. So
yeah,
basically, all the big posts are taken by
yeah, Caucasian.
male figures, you know,
Yeah, yeah, male
Caucasians, and
Caucasian.
male, not female. You know, they have
Yeah.
some the same struggles in a way.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, that's why. I mean, personally, I'm telling myself it makes me weird to ask for a place at the table if they don't want me, if
Right.
that makes sense. Maybe they don't want, not that they don't want me, but you know, it's like,
Yeah.
oh, I want the piece of the cake.
Yeah.
Please let me eat,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm like, why not just go back where
Yeah.
the system, the
Yeah.
society is already like me
Yeah.
because they need help, you know.
Yeah.
Uh, and that was my reflection
Uh-huh.
behind like going to Africa and say, okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a long time to get to that high post,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
like supervisors, you know.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
It's really uh, who you know also,
Yeah.
like
Exactly.
you
Yeah. The
said, you know,
connection and the yeah. And
exactly.
I have a question: is when that reflection came up?
Okay, that's a really good question because I educate myself a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I listed a lot of it's weird activists.
Yeah.
So between Kemi Seba to
Yeah.
Farrakhan to
Yeah.
Martin Luther,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you know they help you ask you the right questions. I think
Mm-hmm.
because I see a lot talking about racism in France, in
Mm-hmm.
America.
Mm-hmm.
It's everywhere, of course,
Mm-hmm.
but it's also, always the same pattern. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
that you want to be, you're begging to be accepted
Mm-hmm.
somewhere. People not necessarily want you.
Mm-hmm.
You know? It's a oversimplification, of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah. Of course.
It's
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. Yeah.
you
Yeah. Of
know.
course. Of course. Yeah.
But I'm like, we have all that continent huge. You
Uh-huh.
can put America, United States,
United
Europe in
States,
it. You still
Europe.
have space.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and we do nothing with it. I
Mm.
mean,
Yeah, but
you
yeah,
get what I mean.
yeah. I see what you mean.
So, yeah.
But yeah, for Africa, yeah, there is a lot of going on there, and but yeah, that's really interesting because I had also that type of revelation, I would say, but it's not really revelation, but yeah, because me, I've been working for over 20 years with like Japanese companies,
Okay.
and but it's just lately I was like, okay, I'm tired. It's because what's
Yeah.
happening is like, even if I speak Japanese, even if I know my field very well, like in terms of communication or whatever, still they would prefer to talk to a Japanese guy, and even if I'm more skilled than that person,
Mm,
yeah, and
now I see.
but the thing
Mm,
is, it's not so bad because at least I could do stuff. Because me, I left France because of racism because it was too it was too much,
Yeah.
too much. Because
Mm-mm.
since I was kid, I had to experience racism.
Mm-mm.
I'm from the 93, 93.
Yes,
Pa,
yes,
pa,
okay.
pa.
J'allais dire, représente ma gueule.
Mais-
T'inquiète.
yeah, ouais, je te jure. But yeah, so there, yeah, I saw like a lot of crazy stuff, but also, there is a lot of discrimination. The system is working against you, and you feel
Yeah.
that uh, very young age,
Mm-mm.
at very young
Yeah.
age, and everything is linked with the past also, because the colonization and all the
Mm-mm.
also the slavery, how they came in Africa and everything. And I think that
Mm-mm.
but to just to go with the shortcuts, yeah,
Oh, no worries, go.
I think that you you're definitely right, because at a certain point there is like people, they don't want you, like but that's how I feel. It's like the African yeah, African
Yeah.
descent people, like all over the world, people have issues. Even if they don't know, they have like some type of a prejudice. And
Yeah. So I have something to share about this. Really
yeah,
interesting.
go ahead.
I think also, yeah, there's this, and in a way, to a certain extent,
Mm-hmm.
I think personally we can't blame them in wanting to, uh, at least at the first stage, connecting with someone they relate to that look like
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
But that's where like ignorance comes in.
Yeah,
It becomes really quickly bad if it's like if they don't get educated. It's like
yeah,
being closet mind from. So
yeah.
I worked in Germany for 6 months, and okay, I'm being 100% honest here. So it was just after graduating
Uh-huh.
from France.
Okay,
I did an artistic school of visual effects,
okay.
and I had a great opportunity in Munich, in the south of Germany.
Mm-hmm.
And the truth is, I was scared to go
Okay,
to Germany
okay.
first, because all my friends were like, "Yeah, the racist, you're gonna get
Yeah,
raped or whatever,"
red
like
killed and
bullshit.
whatever. Yeah,
That's it.
yeah,
And I went there. I said, "Fuck it, I'm open minded. Okay,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
let's go." Um, and it was really interesting because working in the street, so I was lucky to see like one black guy
Mm.
in a week, basically,
Yeah.
and other people like walking the street were looking at me, but it was more curiosity.
Mm-hmm.
Like they were literally not used to see black people in
Yeah,
their
yeah,
streets because there are not many.
yeah.
And really, what was interesting is Germany is not like comment, I didn't had front racism there.
Okay.
They
Yeah,
are really respectful and more open. It's like not the Germany that 10
yeah,
years or 50 years
yeah,
ago.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
What I mean, it's safe, it's fine
Yeah, yeah,
for a
yeah.
black guy to go.
Yeah.
It's just that they're curious, and maybe some didn't travel a lot.
Yeah.
And this is like the cure to racism to me is like travel and education,
Yeah.
seeing other countries. This is why I wanted to go there.
Yeah.
But yeah, really interesting.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I when I was kid, I used to live in Germany actually, and
Really?
yeah, I used to speak German, but I forget completely. And yeah, because my mother was studying and working there. Yeah, when I was kid,
Ich
but
möchte eine Bier.
I should. Well, I don't remember anything.
Okay.
Ich liebe dich.
Ich liebe dich. Nice.
Ich kann nicht sprechen Deutsch, but no. Yeah. But yeah, that's really interesting what you saying there, because I actually I with another project called VFX Lifestyle, I was a media in the VFX industry, and I made a piece about the diversity. As you said, like people, they hire what they know, and that's
Yeah.
why they're not open to different like to hire like other people from different ethnicity or even female. But you know that there is a lot of misconceptions, and the fact that they stay like just between them, they fade themselves, they feed
Yeah.
themselves with
Yeah.
stereotypes. Because I talked
Mm-mm.
to I had like some discussion online with some people, because me when I do I discuss and I talk about the topic, I try to be as open as possible, as long as people are respectful, of course, and to acknowledge the experience of others. And what happened
Yeah.
is like
Exactly.
I saw a lot of people, especially like those Caucasian male, that believe actually that if they are there in the industry, it's because they worked hard, and
Yeah.
and so that's why they deserve that
Mm.
their position. And if other
Mm.
people are not there, it's because they don't hard enough or they're not good enough. And that's a
Yeah.
huge misconception that in the usually like
Yeah.
Caucasian male are like fed, I probably since they are young. I don't know, but I assume.
Yeah.
And yeah, and that's really sad to hear that, because I had
Mm.
like so much. Sometime I had like people with so much rage about the
Mm.
fact that we talk about diversity in those industries, because they really believe that if like people from other background are not there, it's just because they're not good. And that's
No,
not
I see
true.
what you
It's
mean.
it's because
Mm.
like when you hire people, you have to go through an interview. And me, I know that in France, for example, I had
Mm.
just like horrible experiences where some people, because probably it's France and they're pretty much fucked up, I would say. Like during an
Yes.
interview, I was told, you're not representing the image of France. I
Ah,
don't know if,
sérieux?
yeah, ouais, ouais,
Oh.
sérieusement. C'était un truc de ouf. J'ai failli retourner la table et tout. J'ai fait, est-ce qu'ils
Mm.
sont vraiment en train de me dire ce qu'ils sont en train de me dire?
Yeah, that's fucked up, man.
Yeah, yeah,
You know, sorry, I
yeah.
just cut you because
No, go ahead.
I never uh, I never experienced racism in France
Yeah,
because I never worked there
yeah.
really. I just studied there, but I had a lot of friends
Mm-hmm.
just like you that tell me stories because about like when you search for a flat or somewhere to stay,
Exactly, exactly.
and, yeah,
Oh my
and
God. Oh my God.
working
Yeah,
just drive me crazy, you know.
yeah,
I would say the UK is a bit more open on
yeah.
this side where they're really well. If you go to London, it's really diverse and
Mm-hmm.
well on the outside, of course, there's still
Yeah,
some
yeah, of course.
issues, but
Yeah, yeah.
let's say they did a bit more work on this. But France, man, it's like it really doesn't give me uh, don't make me want to go back,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. Don't go back. Don't go back.
Uh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
it.
Yeah, no, seriously.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's
Yeah.
fucked up.
Because even me in France, I never rented a flat, because even if I had money, because of that. Because they look
Yeah,
at my face, they're like, ah, no. And that's it.
no, definitely, man.
Yeah, yeah. That's
That's
messed
fucked
up.
up.
That's messed up. And but yeah, but you know what? Let's not talk too much about France today, because I gotta be
It's like-
because I'm not gonna stop. I'm not gonna stop.
it's okay, man. We're on the same boat.
Yeah, yeah,
The
yeah.
funny thing is, I talked a lot about French people here. I asked the question, "What do you think about French people?" Basically,
Yeah.
and it's always the same first answer. Oh, they're really nice, and I say, "Really?" Because I think they are arrogant and
Mhm.
really rude,
Yeah, yeah,
and always the same reaction. Oh, I feel relieved that you're saying that. I feel the
yeah,
same.
yeah.
I think French
Ah,
people have that reputation
yeah,
in the world
yeah,
of being rude, assholes.
yeah, yeah.
But,
But yeah. But anyway,
anyway,
I love uh, I love people. So whether you're French or not, I love you, guys. So, but the thing
well,
is that's the experience I had,
Mm.
and that's something that I have to say anyway.
No,
Yeah, yeah.
definitely you should
Yeah, I
really
have to
not
say.
staying quiet
Yeah,
about this.
especially now that I'm in a very nice and safe place like Canada.
Oh, you're in Canada.
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm in Canada. So here you're respected as a human being.
Mm. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that's pretty
Right.
cool. Yeah,
I'll be happy to hit you up if I come.
yeah,
Maybe I have some
definitely,
plan.
definitely. If you come in Canada, you drop me a message, and yeah, that's
Yeah,
pretty cool. That's pretty
definitely.
cool. Okay, so let's talk about your projects now,
Yeah.
because I saw your reel. So okay, first tell me about your reel, because how was it to get in the industry?
Okay. So I will start by studies. I was born in Madagascar and grew
Okay,
up in La Réunion.
okay,
Spent 8 years in New Caledonia. I came back to La Réunion,
okay.
and this is where I did like the Image Institute. It's not a CGI school, but it's more
Hmm.
like director
Okay.
drawing. You learn the
Yeah,
basics,
yeah.
and then I went to Artifex in Montpellier, in the south of France,
Hmm.
where I learned. It's a really great school specialized in visual effects,
Hmm.
and this is where I just blow up Joe. I learned so much stuff. I was fulfilled basically, and I worked really hard. And then I had it's like a master, so for 5 years,
Hmm.
and after that, you have a jury,
Yeah,
usually,
jury.
where
Jury.
the studios comes to hire you, and this is where I
Oh,
had that great opportunity in Germany. Um,
okay.
and I went there. So this is where how I got in the
Yeah,
industry thanks to a school,
yeah.
and
Okay.
because you always have that discussion about can you get in the industry with or without school by
Mm.
yourself,
Hmm.
um, I still believe you can without school.
Yeah.
I think school is like a fast forward,
Hmm.
nice highway
Yeah.
to do things right, but it's expensive. So
Yeah. Me, when I was young, I wanted to do like manga, all that kind of thing, manga and animation,
mhm.
all that kind of things. But because of the price of the school, I couldn't. Yeah, I couldn't
Yeah.
go there, because in Paris, that was the Les Gobelins at that
Oh, the
time.
Gobla,
Right,
yeah,
that was
yeah,
like the best school to do that type of things. But it was
yeah,
so expensive, and
yeah.
yeah,
I bet it still is actually.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, Les Gobelins, yeah,
yeah,
it's wow,
yeah. So
like
when
a high-end school. Yeah,
yeah, so when you don't have money and to work in those type of field. But me, back in the days, like pretty long time ago, in the yeah, because I look young, but I'm not actually. Yeah, it was maybe in the 90s, something like that.
the
Yeah,
90s.
yeah. At
Okay.
that time, because me, I was interested in manga, but at that time,
Mm,
manga wasn't so popular in the
okay.
industry. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you were like doing drawing like manga, you cannot find a publisher, and you
Mm.
cannot find even the school. They don't accept that type of portfolio. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. You
Interesting.
had to do like Disney stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
For
yeah.
Gobelin, it was Disney. If you don't draw like Disney, it's gonna be difficult to get there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but back in the day, now I don't know how it works,
Mm.
but yeah, and for me, like my parents, they were like more like traditional in terms of study. So when you
Okay.
say that you're gonna do art or stuff like that, you're gonna be like, "What are
Yeah.
you gonna do with your life?" You know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nah,
but
I get it.
how of fear for you, because they know that on the top of racism, if you do that artistic
C'est
stuff,
ça.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
like you're
But I
lost.
mean, yeah. No, definitely that can be scary. I
Yeah,
think.
that's super scary. So
Mm.
my parents did their best, like to like teach us a lot of things, and because yeah, and they did great. That's what I tell my mom. Yeah, and but yeah,
Great.
that can be yeah, tough.
So
So
you succeeded. Like you're living from it now.
I think I'm pretty proud of myself because I was able to do very interesting stuff like working in
Mhm.
Japan and primetime TV
That's really
shows.
cool, man.
Yeah, and working in the music industry in Japan and all that is
Wow.
just like by the power of my will. You
Yes,
know,
yes.
I didn't.
You can be proud of yourself, man.
Yeah,
It's really important, like to acknowledge it, embrace it. This
yeah,
is your
exactly,
thing.
exactly.
Own
Yeah.
it.
So yeah, so all the stuff
Yeah.
I did, I know that I did it like without any financial support from my parents, so it's as all. But they were supportive in terms of
Mhm.
like they let me do what I want. My mother gave me so much space to experiment all everything I wanted to do. So
Yeah.
like going in Japan, for example, for her like Japan that was yakuza. So she's like, oh my god, my son is going in the country of yakuza. What's gonna
C'est
happen
ça.
to him? You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I went there. I did the cool stuff. I went on TV. I worked with so famous
Wow.
artists and music labels and all that kind of thing.
That's so cool, man.
Yeah.
Did you, so would you say you enjoyed your stay in Japan?
In Japan,
Yeah. Because
uh,
I'm really curious about it actually.
yeah. But
Uh,
me mainly, I was mainly in Tokyo.
okay.
So yeah, at the beginning I was in the south in Nishinomiya. It's like next to Osaka, all that kind of place. But I moved in Tokyo and there because in Tokyo that's where everything is happening. And
Yeah. Yeah.
but at that time I wanted to be like a famous, and that kind of happened because primetime TV show, you know, it's whole
Uh,
Japan was watching the show I was in.
oh,
So
okay.
yeah, yeah,
That's
that
cool.
was pretty
You're a
cool.
superstar.
Kind of, but there is special. It's special because the
Mm.
turnover is so fast that
All right.
me I was famous for like 6 months, like in the
Wow.
biggest show.
Mm-hmm.
But after I went back in France for 6 months, and so I wasn't famous anymore.
Okay.
And I
Get
when
it.
yeah, yeah. But after I came back and I did like different stuff because working on TV helped me obviously
Mm-mm.
to pull out other
I'd
projects.
be really interested to see your work over there, man.
Yeah, me
If you send it to me.
yeah because yeah Japan. But the show I did it was how would you call that? Uh,
Was
reality show. It was a reality show. Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
okay,
yeah. But
great.
it's at that time reality show wasn't a thing, but in Japan they were
Okay.
doing that for many years, and
All right, all
yeah,
right.
but
Because
it's yeah.
the few entertainments I get from Japan are some really funny adverts. You know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But so that's why usually I don't go too much into detail about that show because
Okay,
you know
all right.
it's like Japanese crazy
Mhm. Well,
crazy.
it's entertaining at least.
Yeah, yeah. But that was an interesting experience. Yeah, definitely,
Okay,
and that helped me to to meet a lot of like cool people and
yeah, that's cool.
yeah. So that's why
Great.
for the young people watching that, if you see that you have many roadblocks in the place you are, you must understand that you are amazing and people don't understand your value properly. So just go somewhere where people can see what you're worth. Because going in Japan, it was like night and days, like with friends, and people was appreciate my value. Yeah. So
Yeah, yeah, that's really wise.
yeah.
100%. Je suis d'accord. I
Ouais,
agree.
you
Just
agree? Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
So definitely, so you traveled. You went in like Germany. You went in UK. So just I think you have to go where first your heart leads you, and also where people appreciate your value and you can grow. Actually, yeah, you can.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw a quote like a few days ago that it say exactly that, and
Oh.
it was so relevant. I don't remember how they
Mm-hmm.
turned it, but it's like go where you yeah, people see your values. That's you said it basically.
Yeah,
It's really.
yeah.
And I thought it was so powerful, actually. Yeah. Why would we try to force our way on the table? We are not
That's it.
invited in, you know?
Yeah, that's it. So
So,
me, the day I heard Sarkozy say, "France, love it or leave it," I took
I
my
was like,
my ticket. I took my ticket.
okay, well, yeah,
No, but
I see what you.
I love some stuff in France, but it has been a
Yeah,
very
definitely.
hard experience.
Mm,
But that
I
made
understand.
the man I am today. So that's what the only thing I'm
Proud
grateful
of.
about. But I think it's not really friends, but it's more my parents. But anyway,
Mhm. So they are still in France.
yeah, my
Uh,
mother, yeah, my father passed away, but my mother is still she's still in France with my sisters, some of my
okay,
sisters. Yeah, and
all right.
yeah, yeah.
May I
So
ask
yeah,
where are you from?
yeah.
Origin?
Originally, well, my background is from Cameroon.
Cameroon.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah, from Cameroon,
nice one.
and I had the opportunity to go there for that Japanese TV show. Actually, that was the first time I went
Wow.
there. Yeah, that's
Okay.
crazy. Yeah,
so so funny.
yeah,
Okay.
and I love that because when I arrived the first time in Cameroon, I had that weird feeling that I came back to a place I was before. Actually,
Wow. Yeah. Oh man,
yeah,
you're
yeah,
putting words. Sorry, I cut you here because
no,
that's exactly how I feel. You know, I said I'm
mm,
adopted, and I went back to Madagascar
yeah,
to meet my family.
mm-hmm,
And on the plane, when my foot touched the land,
yeah,
it was a feeling I never felt before.
mm-hmm,
Like I'm home, or
yeah,
home maybe is not the word, but it's like there's something I belong there.
yeah.
So powerful.
Yeah,
But yeah,
exactly. Yeah,
God,
that's
so
exactly
cool.
that. And wow, and that's the reason why I really believe that like Africa and the diaspora like should be more connected. So as you what you're trying to do, like you did different stuff like in Europe, and now you want to go back in Africa to share what you learn, and also
Mhm.
to learn new things, because you're gonna learn
Exactly.
like through your journey.
There's all that track and trying to get personally
Mm-hmm.
to get to know who I am really.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like I don't know about others, but being that black kid, I was always keen to learn about myself because they don't teach those things in school,
Exactly.
of
It's of
course.
course. Yeah.
And it's like you're. I feel like black people are childs
Mm.
without parents in a way, like.
Mm.
And this is why this is what I'm trying to do with my
Mm-hmm.
projects.
Yeah.
So that black girl is in Burkina Faso, and to me, it will be like an educational
Mm-hmm.
content as well as entertaining
Yeah.
in a way that in the making of that short film, I'm learning about me too,
Yeah.
and I'm trying to put all I wish to see in the entertainment in this,
Yeah.
all I was missing basically. And yeah, I think it's really, really important to reconnect with, with
Yeah, with your
our
roots, and
roots. And
yeah, exactly,
yeah,
because we are all branches of the same tree. So
yeah.
yeah, that's triggered me like last year with the murder of George Floyd. And so that's
Mhm.
why I decided to just launch African Action Hero, because that's an idea I had like for over 6 years. And
Oh man,
yeah,
it's
and
great, man.
I was
It's
always like,
gonna
yeah,
it's gonna succeed. I know
yeah,
because we need it.
yeah.
Basically, you can't fault on this.
Exactly, because after when I saw what happened with George Floyd, I was like, that's triggered me. I know that a lot of people of African descent in the world, they were triggered like crazy because of that. Even if nothing has really changed, it's still the same thing.
Mhm.
People are still dying in US, but also in Africa, everywhere. Like, but anyway, but the thing is, I was like, no, I have to do something, and yeah, I have to do something
Yeah.
at my level.
Mhm.
And that's why I decided, like, I realized that people of African descent are like scattered all over the world, and they're
Mhm.
not connected, they're isolated. and with all that environment that try to put them down, it's like we need to get together and
Yes,
yeah.
200%, man. So important, and it's like the war of the unconscious,
Yeah,
like representation. It's
exactly.
so much people underestimate this, like what we see in movies, cartoons.
Yeah,
It impacts the society so much
so
at a
much.
level.
Yeah.
Um, I could say that like as a kid, like when you're trying to build your personality, build yourself, of course you feed from your parents, but
Yeah.
everything you see, and you see cartoons, movies every day. You have your favorite movies. Personally, it was Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
It had so much impact on me when
Oh.
I was Legolas. I'm still
Yeah.
is. And well, just to
Yeah.
say, he's not black, but
Yeah.
it's um, you have to feed with something.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe if Black Panther just came out when I was a kid, it would probably have
Yeah, it would have been like,
that.
oh my god. Yeah.
Exactly.
But for me, we can do something for the future generation coming up. So that's why the work that you're doing is so important. And yeah, and I would like to know, why did you choose Burkina Faso?
Oh yeah, I didn't precise. My beautiful girlfriend is from Burkina Faso,
Ah, okay,
and
okay.
it's like I would say, without sounding cheesy, she
Yeah.
would love, but like a kind of a love letter in a way,
Yeah.
because I'm really more interested in a strong black female character, a character you will think will be weak at first and turned
Yeah.
out to be strong is more
Yeah.
interesting than a strong black,
Yeah.
well, plus person of course,
Yeah.
but strong black man that
Yeah.
But yeah, Burkina Faso, because she's from there,
Okay.
and she
That's
gave me
cool.
also access of a lot of resources, because if I have a question about the culture,
Yeah, she
she
can
knows it
let you know. Oh,
basically.
that's amazing. That's
Yeah.
amazing. And
So
yeah,
she know more about herself than me about myself.
yeah.
That's also why.
But yeah, for me, that's pretty much the same as well, because I am born in France. Even if my parents are like from Cameroon, you're born in France. They feed you with all those stuff,
Yeah.
like
Like Pauline.
three lines about the colonization. Yeah, France colonized
Yeah.
those country period, and
And
yeah,
and most of the time, unfortunately, it's one-sided.
yeah,
Like from the point of view of white, and once again, well, to a certain extent, from my point of view, we can't blame them to
yeah.
see the story from their point of view,
Exactly,
but
exactly.
it's bad when they try to change it to their benefit,
Yeah, yeah.
like erase what actually
What
happened.
exactly?
And
So
we will, sorry,
yeah,
we can talk about Grandeur Noire after, but
yeah.
I
Oh
think
yeah.
it's really important to support the actors that educate
Yeah.
the diaspora.
Exactly, exactly. Yeah, because even among people of African descent, there is some people they don't know. They just don't know because they are fed with the standard version of history, and so that's why it's really with your personal project. So that's why I'm really support you 500%. And
Thanks, man.
yeah, because that project, I think that's the key. That's the key of a lot of things. Like, because it's not just representation. How can we say?
Momentum,
Yeah,
maybe.
momentum. Exactly, a momentum about like uh, first about you as creative doing something about what's happening right now, like about the lack of representation, but
Yeah.
because your journey is as much important as the story that you're making.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, 200%.
yeah,
That's so, man. It's like I have so many ideas. Also, making a short full CGI film is
Yeah.
a lot of work. Like the previous interview you did,
Yeah.
you spend a lot of time. The truth is, at first I wanted to do a live action.
Yeah.
And then COVID hit it, and this is why I went to full CGI.
Okay. Yeah.
But I'm really more like filmmaker with a camera.
Yeah.
I love the interaction with actors.
Okay.
And the feedbacks they give.
Okay.
So maybe I will go back to live action if I don't finish it before I move to Africa.
Okay.
I had so many cool ideas, but
when are you planning to go in Africa?
So this is in discussion. I need to. I don't want to get into too details because it's changed every week. But
no
sooner than later.
Okay. Okay, that sounds good. But keep me updating about that.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's
you will see it anyway on my Instagram, because I will talk a lot about it. I can't wait.
Mm-hmm.
But it's more like finding where to stay, where I can find an industry, potentially. I mean, a film industry.
But you know what? You should start to talk about it right now, because you never know. You never know who's gonna go across of your work, and so if you because now we are at the age of internet with the social media. And people get gigs, people get, there is Airbnb.
That's true.
All that kind of thing. So you should take advantage of all that technology and talk about what you want to do. And you just see, because...
that's a good point, man. Actually, you're right. Because, I'm the kind of, work in silence. And but that's a double-sided
exactly. Because in my interview with Adrian, he told me how he make his short happen, and the thing is, he went on. He had the concept. He had the concept with a lot of drawing, because he's doing his own drawing and concept art and everything, and he had that, and he started to talk about it on LinkedIn. He started to talk about it on LinkedIn.
Okay.
That's how we find a producer who give a small, but some money to do something. And that's how after he find different programs who give funding to recruit actors, for example, or things like this. So that's why I would suggest you, and that's why I'm doing African Action Hero, because I want to give a platform, even if it's just starting, but little by little,
it's gonna get there.
So the idea is to give platform to artists like you, so like that you can connect, because you can have someone who is in Africa who maybe look for someone like you.
No, definitely. The truth is, I'm fairly sure people are gonna find interest. I had the project to go to the how do you call it? The film festival, FESPACO.
FESPACO,
in
Burkina Faso. Exactly.
Yeah. So the issue is they delayed it, didn't because of COVID, and didn't announce the new dates here yet. I'm still waiting to go there. But my plan was to go there and
connect,
network.
Okay. And that's cool. Yeah, because there is few. FESPACO I think is the best place to go, because that's the biggest probably African film festival. Because in Montreal I used to work in a film festival there, African Film Festival, who is connected with FESPACO and other African festivals. And so that's why with the project that you're doing, I'm pretty sure that in different festivals, because right now there is not much CG content. It's starting. It's starting, but
it's a bit shy yet. It's getting there. But it's Oh man, I see, because I tried to starting to connect a
Yeah.
bit with some people in Africa here
Yeah.
and there, thanks to Grandeur Noire too.
Mm-hmm.
And I see there are so many talents,
Mm-hmm.
but without mentoring, that
Yeah.
just like flowers asking to bloom,
Yeah.
they just need that little push
Mm-hmm.
to just become like
Like
badass
exactly.
artist. And
Mm.
it will be so fulfilling to me, like
Yeah.
to help, because I got this help thanks to the school, etc.
Mm-hmm.
But I strongly believe Africa youth is talented
Mm-hmm.
and just need a little bit of help
Yeah. Yeah.
to compete with
Uh-huh.
international
Yeah.
productions.
Exactly. And but what you're saying is really true because, for example, for India, in terms of VFX, the most of the company they go there because of the cheap
Yeah,
labor.
yeah,
But what's happened
yeah.
is like now the level of the VFX in India raised a lot compared.
Yeah,
Yeah, because before they were using India just to do like
yeah,
roto stuff, yeah,
rotoscopy. Yeah,
rotoscopy. But
yeah.
now there is like
Now
more
they
and more like good VFX artists there, and they do
yeah,
like amazing stuff. They do amazing
it's
stuff.
crazy, man.
Mm.
And jumping on this, I think DNEG now is owned by an Indian company.
Really? I didn't
Yeah,
know. I didn't know.
I go on their YouTube channel. You're gonna
Yeah.
see some Indian crazy VFX action sequences. But this is why, I was asking myself why DNEG is working on this.
Yeah.
Why are they publishing? But it's because they're own.
Yeah, now they own. Okay. But so that's why, you know what? Me now, I just have the flash after talking to you. And I know that what you're doing is what has to happen because I saw that recently. I saw that there is some French organization that try to give funding to African talent. But for me, that's kind of stealing talent from Africa to make them work on their stuff, and we go
Yeah.
in the same circle. And but I
Yeah.
believe that if you or people like you are create in Africa like those type of studios, the IP,
Yeah.
and you own the IP stay in Africa, I think that's when the wealth gonna come.
Yeah, man,
Yeah.
because it's like they already have great audiovisual production,
Yeah.
if that makes sense. They already have like great quality shoot
Mm-hmm.
live action,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
But in visual effects, I talked, I contacted a few organizations there,
Mm-hmm.
and they said, yeah, VFX, there is basically no option for filmmakers, really.
Yeah.
And it's a shame because nowadays tools are more than available than ever.
Yeah.
Even if you don't need to spend a lot to start making good VFX.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about Blender. Even if
Uh-huh.
a lot of people see it like the cheap free open source software, it's not true anymore, and
Yeah.
it's going on the
Now it's powerful.
competing with the others. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
definitely.
Now it's super power. I
Uh,
admit, I
yeah.
need to learn. I need to learn Blender because I started a long time ago, but it
Yeah,
was kind of
same.
complicated.
Yeah, yeah.
But now apparently it has changed because for me, Cinema 4D
Change.
were more intuitive to
Yeah,
use.
that's what people told me. I never learned Cinema
Yeah,
4D,
okay.
but I see it.
Because yeah, it's really it's like the interface makes sense because I tried 3D Max and I was like,
Yeah.
okay, it doesn't work. That doesn't move.
I see.
Yeah,
I see what you.
yeah, but
No, but yeah, Blender, man. I'm thinking about Jan Huber. It's an artist. He
mhm.
just make all his visual effects. Basically, I do a short version of his story. He bought a church, and
Okay.
he's living from his Patreon. So he's a
Oh,
superstar in the Blender industry,
yeah.
and he's working on his short film.
Uh-huh.
it's a web series actually called Dynamo Dream,
Okay.
and everything is made in Blender, so basically free software.
Yeah.
And it's absolutely stunning. Maybe people can check it out in YouTube. It's called Jan Uber, and
Okay.
it just proves that you can make professional stuff with free software.
Yeah,
really.
yeah. But yeah, seriously, you have to go in Africa and you have to make it happen.
Yeah, man. Yeah, because I was thinking, yeah, I could try to keep trying to make my way here. I mean, in the UK, in Canada, in New Zealand, maybe in Australia, like the standard VFX path of the artist. Basically, all the grad alumni from my school, this is it. When you graduate, you go either in the UK, in Canada, because they are the big centers of VFX, and there's a lot of competition. It's great, you learn a lot, but it's like everything has been done already here, and it's like nobody consider Africa even 1 second, and I'm like, that's great. I mean, that's great for me in a way. Because
Opportunity.
That's it.
Wow.
Because I trust so much in. I know they just it's like they need the little flame to light all the room.
Yeah.
I know they're gonna smash it and kick ass. But it's a long project to set up. So
okay.
It's gonna get there.
For that, seriously, you have to talk about and reach for help to make that happen, because that could be a really a huge project. And if you need investors, I think you should, but maybe it's early to talk about that, of course.
I hear you, man. It's really, you're right, actually. I need to contact people. I'm really in the early stage right now. So I think until the end of the year, it's like where I'm gonna set myself up with my girlfriend too. And from there, man, I gotta raise and just contact every mairie, école, université, etc. And I'm really confident it's gonna work for some reason. So
but me too. I see that there is an incredible potential. You're gonna be based in Burkina Faso?
Maybe not. That's the thing. I'm not sure yet.
You're not sure yet? Okay.
Maybe.
But wherever you go, let me know, because that project, seriously, because me too, I was like looking about like VFX stuff in Africa, and even I started to contact like filmmaker, because I offer them my services for free, basically, but it didn't really happen. But for a while I was saying that, but I made some design for some people sometime. But I was saying, okay, I'm here, I want to contribute to to bring some compelling content about like Africa, made in Africa, and everything. And I was saying like, okay, I can do some VFX stuff, not too crazy, but I can do some stuff better than what I see.
No, definitely. It's funny because basically the first thing I did when I got, it was like this revelation moment where you had that little lamp lighting.
Light bulb,
this is what I need to do in my life. What am I doing here? And it's like I went on Facebook, on Google, and I just typed VFX Africa, VFX Burkina Faso, VFX Senegal, VFX Côte d'Ivoire. And truth is, there are some young people trying hard, and they have absolutely nothing, absolutely nothing. Like some shoot with their phone, or
I saw
working on them.
The critics.
The critics, great example. They became
amazing.
famous.
They're amazing.
Really, it's so inspiring, man. They have like a carpet, a phone, blender, a laptop, and
that's why
they're making their things.
I'm like, no excuse. You know,
Exactly,
yeah,
man.
there's no
That's it.
excuse.
That's it,
Yeah,
man.
I have to get them on African Action Hero to talk with them.
That would be
Yeah,
great. Would love to see it.
yeah.
And yeah, man. Nice cues. And yeah, so yes, same. I was thinking about how I could make this happen, and
Yeah.
I have no choice but going there,
Yeah.
and I can't do it like at distance, you know.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So I want to set up, and my plan is to go in 3 countries first, see the city opportunities, and maybe buy something there. I don't know. I'm just
Yeah.
talking.
And okay, I have a $1 million advice. Yeah, because yeah, I'm doing like a lot of like communication, marketing stuff, and everything.
Yeah.
And for world-class company, but not now recently, but before a lot. And the thing, what I would suggest is that try to, while you're doing all this, try to really finish your short, and or at least have something, even if it's a trailer, even if it's a short is not done, but if you have a trailer at least, because people, they don't need to see all thing, but if they can have an idea of what you're trying to do, and with the quality of your work, seriously, I would have the money, I would hire you right away to
That's cool.
do
It's
anything.
funny that you say that because that is actually my plan. You know, like yeah, I had this in my head about FacePaco. I wanted like to build up a short trailer, like 1 minute 30 seconds. Go there with my reel and say, okay, this is what I do in studio. This is what I've done basically alone almost, and this is what I want to bring up to you guys. Who's have to help me, you know?
Exactly.
And,
you know what? Okay. In terms of marketing, if you need some help to set up the thing, I could help you, but I'm kind of super busy because of the work, the baby, and African Action Hero. But it's a part of African Action Hero, and that's a part of my mandate, like supporting people and everything. So if you need help to set up the in terms of marketing your project, I can help you or pitch you some ideas. And
that's really cool, man.
Because
really cool. I appreciate it.
because seriously, if you do it right, you can it can be like something that's gonna change your life forever. And of course, you can give me 10% later of all your
20 million. I'm kidding. Yeah, man, I really appreciate that.
No, because I really want to help because what you're planning to do is like, I can see it. I already see
that's
it.
perfect.
You know?
Same. When I talk about it every day to my girlfriend. She's like, "Yeah, we're gonna do this, and then you're gonna train 5 people here, then move there, train 5 people, and then it's gonna be, it's really, it's becoming more and more important to me.
Yeah.
Because I see how it is here. You know, it's great. I could have a great VFX artist life, like all my friends, basically. And it's still compelling. I'm not hitting on it at all. It has its pros and cons, of course. But I'm like, I want, at some point, I was like, I want to do something that fulfill me 100%.
Exactly.
And I still wasn't here either in adverts and movies, you know, because in big studios, the thing is, you're like a little piece of a big machine, you know, and basically as an artist in the heart, without being too cheesy here, but it's like building a car. You know, you receive a piece, you do your work, and you pass it to the other, because that's the fastest way to produce. And you know, at the end of the day, I was
to
like,
exploit people as well.
Yeah, really, it's a big issue in the industry. We can talk about it.
Yeah.
But you know, I had few burnouts, unfortunately,
Yeah.
because of this. Because the
Really?
mindset is, yeah,
Two burnout?
yeah, too,
Wow,
like,
wow, wow, wow. Yeah, yeah. Because of
not
all
great.
the.
Yeah, it's a lot of, it can be
Mm,
a lot of pressure,
mm-hmm.
can be frustrating, and
Okay.
at the same time, well, this is the bad side. The good
Yeah.
side is, okay, you learn a lot. But for some people,
Yeah.
having their name in the credit is great.
Yeah.
Personally, I don't care too much for it. If I don't
Yeah.
have that, it's a lot of cons for me.
Yeah.
Because I'm just a worker in a
Yeah.
car factory at the end.
Exactly. Exactly. Because that
Yeah,
system is taken from the Fordism.
yeah,
It's like
exactly.
you
That's
just
what
do.
I say every
Yeah.
time.
You just
Yeah.
do a small piece. So like that, your skills stay at a certain level. So we
Yeah.
cannot raise easily in the company, and as
Hmm.
well, you don't really see the big picture. And so that's how
Yeah, that's
people
it.
can. Yeah, you can be exploited.
It's. I mean, seems like some of my good friends like this,
Mm-hmm.
to a certain extent, because they always come sometime like it's hard.
Yeah.
But it's killing the art, I
Yeah.
think. And I worked on a few movies. You can
Mm-hmm.
see them in my reels where
Yeah.
they're like, basically we do it in post,
Yeah.
which is the worst thing to say in
Yeah. Yeah.
for
I
the
know.
director. And it's just obvious now. I miss the time where back in the Lord of the Ring, where you were actually amazed when you saw VFX, you
Mm-hmm.
were surprised. And
Yeah.
now it's just like you expect it and you expect it to be great. So
Mm.
there's not really, it's harder to be surprised. Now you see Avengers,
Yeah.
Marvels,
Yeah.
big shows.
Mm.
And often it's more like about criticizing the VFX
Mm-hmm.
than, wow, it was great, if that
Yeah.
makes sense. And
Mm.
I miss the artisanal side of it
Uh-huh.
in a way. And this is where I think Africa,
Ah.
even if a lot of people think they are behind,
Yeah.
have an advantage in that way, where they're still at the early age of
Yeah. And
VFX in a way.
the thing is, you can build the industry in a different way. You have the opportunity to
Yes,
build the industry in a different way, not
yes,
like following the model of the Western where they exploit people, they make them work like, as you say, until you have a burnout or even you die. Because I know that some people
yeah,
die. Yeah,
yeah.
they commit suicide or even
Few
like,
stories.
yeah, the
Mm,
health. And yeah,
great.
but
And
okay.
yeah, that's exactly. I mean, I thought about this already like a lot.
Mm-hmm.
How to, yeah, benefit Africa, because
Yeah.
they, to me, okay, it's like there is a blank page,
Yeah.
and you need
Yeah,
to
to
start a
start
good
something.
base. Yeah.
Okay, so talking about Africa, can you tell me more about that project, Grandeur Noire?
So Grandeur Noire is a project from a girl called Safia, which is from Guyane,
Okay.
and her goal is to educate the diaspora basically.
Mm-hmm.
And she started it with an Instagram page at first.
Mm-hmm.
She was posting about African history,
Mm-hmm.
and the great thing about it is this girl Safia is really educated. Like, she reads a lot, she do her research, and she knows what she's talking about basically.
Mm-hmm.
And she have a lot to offer in terms of knowledge about
Mm-hmm.
Africa, and she want to share it. So she started, and now Grandeur Noire, which is her brand, grow.
Mm-hmm.
And now you have the YouTube channel where she posts videos very frequently
Mm-hmm.
on African history,
Mm-hmm.
pre and post-colonial.
Mm-hmm.
And personally, doing a short film about Africa before colonization,
Mm-hmm.
it's really hard to find information
Mm-hmm.
even on internet.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for example, I have the book here for Burkina Faso, called Crépuscule des temps anciens,
Mm-hmm.
which is the first African French book written ever
Okay.
by um, Nadzi Boni, it's
Okay.
called,
Mm-hmm.
and he talked about, he said, well, African heritage is really verbal. If we don't write anything, we're gonna forget it.
Yeah.
So he put everything. Well, he went to see the ancients, and they
yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
And he brought a lot of valuable things. But what I mean is, it's really hard to find information about correct, not biased or changed information. You know, and that's what Grandeur Noire is doing, basically re-educate the diaspora about their roots, etc.
Yeah.
And so she's doing this since a long time. I don't remember, but basically she's doing like this documentary called L'Afrique qu'on ne nous montre pas, Africa that we don't show us, and she's raising funds on with her community, and to create this documentary. And she was planning to do this prologue of the documentary.
Yeah.
And she hired her director called Marie Sandrine, MS, really talented director. And the crazy thing is they had a lot of faith on the fact that this will succeed, which it did at the end. But when they started, there were just two girls with that big idea, they were carrying their own camera, driving their own truck, doing everything themselves. And it's really inspiring, like the faith, you know. And I want to say that they motivated me to do that project on Africa, because they shot the prologue without even knowing how they're gonna do the VFX first. You know, they didn't know me at the beginning. And the MS director contacted me on LinkedIn saying, well, we have that project, we're looking for some good VFX artists, possibly from the diaspora. And I was like, yeah, I'm into it. She just presented me the project. I was like, even for free, I'm gonna do it. And so yeah, I worked on it. It was a big challenge. So we had that full forest sequence to do.
Yeah, I saw that. That's amazing.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, seriously. When I saw that, I was like, wow. What type of I never saw that type of super production with with VFX for Africa.
Yeah, that was really the idea that what got me into it is that the type of content that myself would like to see more, you know. And like, if nobody does it, never gonna exist, you know. I mean, if we don't, that's it. So yeah, we did that. It was a big challenge because all the team was in distance, you know, with the lockdown. I never saw Safia, Marie-Sandrine in
person,
physically. So I had to bring like one or two friends to help on a few things, but basically we did everything on our home computers. Trying to, I think there were like a few terabytes of files to manage, you know, all the trees, the grass, the renders. It was huge. At the beginning I was like, seriously, what? You want to do a forest?
That's the most horrible thing to do. Simulation.
Exactly. Yeah. And they had all these effects, particles, which are a lot heavy too. And it's like, yeah, you usually need like a 100K budget for those type of things. But we did it. Yes. Anyway.
So one day we should talk about the breakdown of that video and how you made it happen.
Pleasure. Always happy to share. So she did that, and it had a good feedback from her community. She did avant-première in Senegal, where I couldn't go because of COVID, and now we all looking forward for what's coming next from her. So she got my support, of course. I told her if she needs to, and she saw what's possible, and she told me about
Like,
all her
yeah.
ideas for what's coming next. It's just
Now,
bigger and
yeah. Now
yeah.
everything is possible with you on board now.
Yeah, it's kind of true actually. We in theoretically
Yeah, theoretically.
theoretically everything's possible.
Yeah.
It's just being wise and
Yeah.
smart about things. But yeah, she got great ideas for a
Yeah.
documentary, so
Yeah.
it's gonna be great. What's coming?
That's cool.
Yeah, Grandeur Noire.
Yeah.
Donc, voilà.
Wow. Seriously, wow. That's really inspiring because actually I saw the video about the premiere in Senegal on YouTube.
Yeah,
But yeah, I was curious about the actual thing. Yeah.
yeah,
But
yeah.
but that's great. I'm really happy to see that there is things happening and people are reaching to each other in the
Yeah,
diaspora and in Africa, and
we're trying.
things moving. And I'm pretty sure that now it's a trend that's happening, but we don't know about it because we're isolated. There is like
Yeah,
small groups here and there. But
exactly.
what I'm trying to do is really to connect everyone,
Yeah,
and to make sure that we know that you're doing this, and you can know that someone else is doing that in another place. So like
yeah.
that, there is a real network, and we can
That's really great,
yeah.
man. More than happy to support this. We need to because we can do so much great things together. You
Yeah.
know, I can't wait to see more of that type of content, and it's always inspiring to see. You know, I was at some point like a bit. I felt like I was not alone, but I'm talking about the VFX industry. You know,
Yeah.
no Black or African
Yeah.
descendant around me, and I'm like,
Yeah.
it
That's
can't
really
be
sad
happening. Yeah,
because
and
that's changed the experience, and especially because now they try to bring diversity. That's also something I discussed with Leo before, that he was telling me that he see more diverse people coming in the industry, but it's just at the worker level, and they try to keep it that way basically.
yeah, yeah, I agree with that. Unfortunately, because on LinkedIn, yeah, I see there are a few supervisors like the one you
Yeah.
interviewed, but it's it's really
Yeah, it's
not
rare.
much, you know.
Yeah,
uh,
it's one
and
among
it's
millions.
yeah, and I would say it's a lot about opportunities we are given, you know. Um, and I worked at a studio recently, Absolute, where there was like the head of CG was black, basically
Yeah.
Jamaican.
Okay.
Jamaicans are really cool, really funny,
Ah.
and you know, it was a shock to me the difference of dynamic just
Uh-huh.
having a black
Yeah.
supervisor, you know.
Yeah.
We connected directly and he proposed me, yeah, you should stay, we take you full time. It was like
Yeah.
just rising me, you know,
Yeah.
me mettre en valeur en mode, you
Yeah.
know, it's
Okay.
like
Yeah.
all the thing.
Was acknowledging your value.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly it. On the side, I had some friends that graduated on the same time than me. Well, don't say no name, no nothing, but
Yeah. It's okay.
for the same skills or maybe less,
Yeah.
they have a best.
Yeah. Position or situation.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Best position, rate, opportunities, etc. And
Yeah.
I'm not victimizing myself.
Yeah.
It's a reality, really, man.
Exact. Yeah.
And yeah, so
Yeah.
it's frustrating at
Yeah.
first, and then I said, yeah, I could play that game or just
Yeah.
make my own rule, and
exactly.
get the fuck out of here
Yeah,
and
exactly.
just
So
make
seriously,
something in
yeah,
Africa.
me, I'm supporting you for your project in Africa because I'm pretty sure it's not gonna be easy, but once it's gonna be set up, oh my God, you're gonna be the number one or the Mr. VFX in Africa, you know. And from that point, we're gonna have like VFX artists from African descent.
Man,
Yeah.
I have a dream,
Mm.
not like, but yeah, my dream is I have that vision. The end goal is you take a VFX production from Africa, no matter where, you take a UK production, you put them side by side, and you don't know which one is which.
Yeah.
And there I will say, okay, I made it.
Yeah.
But lot of work until then.
Yeah.
But that's like a goal I gave myself, you
Yeah.
know. Because I know it's possible, man. Look at what we can do just with one person. I mean,
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah.
I know what it takes to make like professional images. All the VFX pipeline, etc.
Yeah.
I'm more a generalist actually.
Yeah.
And if I feed all the talented that are hungry in Africa, because I know they are, and they are talented too, but they are learning by themselves on YouTube. But you know, just a little bit of help, and man, it's gonna change everything. Right?
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Oh my God.
Anyway.
Okay. Yeah.
Sorry.
But
I'm being passionate.
Yeah, no, but that's the spirit. That's the spirit. Because even me, like you, I'm on fire now. I'm like, oh my God. Because when I meet people like you, that's when I realized, oh my God, like doing African action heroes, first that was the right thing, and that gives me strength. That gives me so much strength, and because I'm like, okay, that's meaningful. Because even if now I don't see where I have the idea, I have the direction, but I don't know exactly what's gonna happen and when it's gonna happen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Just have the faith.
Yeah,
and
the face,
believe in
and
it.
I go because I had before for different project that I was doing. I always was I was always like that, like doing something, I believe in it, and I just go. And that's what led me on a primetime TV show in Japan as well. It's because like when you have the faith and you know you value, that's what is super important. That you have faith, you know you value, you have a goal, and that's something that is bigger than yourself. And you know that it's just not you gonna contribute, you're gonna benefit from what you're doing. It's gonna be like the world at that moment. And you're unstoppable. You're unstoppable because whatever gonna come in front of you, you're gonna be like.
Yeah, definitely, man. Wow, that's so strong, man. That's so cool. Wow, just want to take my ticket right now.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm gonna put it on. It's gonna be in the interview on video, so you can watch it again and again.
Yes, that was that little part I want to.
Yeah. No, seriously.
That's so cool, man.
Yeah, seriously, but yeah, I think for now we're gonna stop there. Right. And oh my God, I have like more stuff I want to discuss with you, but we definitely gonna be in touch. And I send you an email like when I have a spot.
Don't hesitate.
Yeah.
Like I say, I work a lot, but always happy to. What you're doing is really important, I think, and like I say, I support you. Thanks for having me. Yeah. I'm really humbled and honored. Like I said, it was the first time.
Yeah.
You will tell me if I did great.
No, that's good that you were great because here it's just a casual conversation. So that's how I like to put it. It's just a casual conversation, an open-hearted conversation with two creatives of African descent. Because I had some questions, but we just go. I'm someone I like organic stuff. So there is no big
No
frame.
structure.
So
Yeah.
so we just like go with the flow and we discuss, we see where it leads us.
That's
And
great.
and I think that cool stuff came out from that discussion, and that's
I
cool.
think so too.
Yeah. And we'll keep the conversation going. So next time we'll
Yeah,
talk more about like different stuff, and and
that's
your
great.
project, because your project, seriously, I'm like, oh my god, now I have to make money because I want in. I want in. I want to invest in that thing.
Yeah, that's so cool, man. I
Yeah.
appreciate.
Yeah.
It's really like it's really the early stage, but I know it's growing in my head, and now just COVID delayed a lot of things.
Yeah.
But
But take your time. Take your time to think through. Yeah. That's for sure.
And same for my short film. I stopped posting like lately because of work, but gonna get back to it very soon.
Because
And
just the breakdown that you're doing, that's amazing. Yeah. So even if it's like short section, just keep doing it. And as I told you before, make a trailer. And make the trailer. It's gonna make a big difference, because after people, they're not gonna see like 10 minutes video or 1 hour video. They don't have time. So do your like 1 minute 30 seconds. You have your pitch, and you say like what you want to do and what they can get from it, and you're all good. You're all set.
Yeah, definitely.
And
I had because funny thing, I always post something later than I mean I always have advance with my publication. If that makes sense. So now I already have like the previews, some animation, some renders, the character. I was talking to a voice actress in Nigeria. She's really busy, but she got that beautiful accent that I love. I want a African accent in it for my character. And so he's talking about the creation of the world and the mythology of Burkina Faso, basically. They have a lot of fetish creatures and gods. And I want to acknowledge that, because I feel like it's so amazing, because we always talk about Greek mythology.
Yes.
And
that come from ancient Egypt, we have to say.
Yeah, exactly.
That is like African. Thank you, Cheikh Anta Diop.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
5 stars.
Yeah.
Perfect, man. Yes. But yeah, man, I will keep posting. And
keep doing it, because other people gonna see that, and you're inspiring people already. You're inspiring me. You're inspiring everybody watching your stuff. So keep doing it, and at your pace, but keep going forward. Yeah,
man, that's the plan.
Yeah. Okay. So
Great.
Thank you so much again. Thank you so much, and we stay in touch. Okay.
Yes.
Bye.
See you soon, man.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to African Action Heroes, the podcast. We hope you enjoyed this episode, learned something interesting, and had a good time. Continue the conversation on our website, africanactionheroes.com. Make sure to share your thoughts in the comment section. And of course, if you believe this podcast could help or interest someone you care about, make sure to share it. It was TAMKO, our image, our stories, our narrative.